Hi, everybody. This is Coach Frank Bazaric, and today we're going to revisit the grip and we're going to go over the way to set up and stand. A lot of young players, and I would say young, all the way up to 13, 14, 15, go up to bat and they don't really know how to set up. Either they've never been taught properly, they've just jumped on the internet, or they had a mom or dad that tried to teach them what they were taught when they were younger, and it's really uncomfortable. We all have different bodies, different makeups, different setups. So we want to make sure that there are definitely some basics in there. Sorry about my dog up there. Uh, Basics in there, but you can then move it and change a little bit to work with your body. However, I think these mechanics are ones you need to have. They're very simple. Okay, so first, let's talk about grip again. So when you grip the bat, you want to use your knocker. So if you went up to a door, you're using these knuckles. Okay, so line those knuckles up in your fingers. Okay, you don't want a death grip and get stuff in your palm, and that's also how it's easy to get things misaligned like this. So we want to have our hands nice and relaxed, not overly loose, but nice and relaxed, and line up your knockers, okay? Your knocking knuckles. And again, we want it more in the fingers than we do in the palm. If you're totally holding just by the palm like a death grip, then you are not going to be able to use the hinge and the follow through the way you're supposed to. Okay. So this is very important. So step number one, make sure you got your knuckles lined up, mostly in the fingers, not gripping in the palms of your hands. And we're nice and relaxed. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we know where to put the bat. Some people put the bat over here. Some people are up here. A lot of parents tell their kids to get their elbow as high as they can. And again, I'm not knocking parents. I'm a parent, and I'm sure I've said stuff to my kids when they were in sports that maybe isn't relevant now or may have worked something different, for them. But if we get the elbow too high, it gets us in a bad position, and we got to bring things down to try to move them forward. Everything we want to do about our swing is to get us into position where we can get that bat using as much velocity as possible. And you can't do that if you're stiff with your hands or stiff with your arms. Here's a quick question. The players on my team are around 12, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to ask them, and if you're watching this video, my players, let me ask you this right now. If you were pitching, and we have a lot that do, or at least learning, and someone came up to bat like this, or like this, or you had someone come up to bat like this, who would you want to face? Who do you want to throw to? Who do you assume is the better hitter? Okay? Who do you assume is the better hitter? That is kind of how you want to feel when you get up there. Go up there feeling like you know what you're doing. Go up there feeling confident. Go up there making them think, even if you're in a slump and you haven't gotten a hit all year, that you're the best hitter we have on our team. And we can do that by setting up good from the get-go. So, number one, you want to make sure that we're set up good with our legs. We want to go from the ground up, correct? So I'll back up here and move this a little bit. I'm using this so you can see exactly where I'm lining up in a minute. So I want my feet to be a little wider than my knees, and my knees to be right about underneath my armpits and my shoulder blades. Some people will like to go wider, some people shorter, right? We'll work on and talk about in another video about how long our stride should be. But basically, if you're a wide strider, it should never be longer than your bat. That's for sure. Okay. So again, we want to start from there. We want to have a good grip, right? And we want to, so now that we're starting, we have an idea of where to start with that. Now, where do we put the bat? We have a lot of players that go here, or like I said, up here, or even here, right? An easy way to do this, and it'll work for 99% of the people out there, is just get that knuckle to knuckle, nice and loose, take your bat, and you feel this little bump in your shoulder between the clavicle and the shoulder. I think it's the clavicle. I just play a doctor online. You can feel that little bump. Put your hands in front of that bump and about the same height, and then just tilt your bat straight back. So if I do it this way so you can see it in the camera, it's in front of mine here, and I just tilt back, okay? And that's where I want. Now my barrel's facing the catcher or the catcher's glove where we want to be. If we start here, then we've already got our bat dropped, and look at my back shoulder. We're going to start to do that, okay? If we start way high here, then we're going to have to get our hands to drop, turn, get in the slot, and come through, because we got to get on plane. So let's start the hands off correctly, or in a position where we can get through the ball. Now, I've shown you those two parts. Now, where do we put, and I'm on the reverse here, where do we put our hands? Hopefully you can see my red shoes here. I'll go a little further. Can't find my GoPro, so I apologize. I'm using the phone. All right, so if my hands are here, I lift up and I'm ready. Now, if I look down, I got to look at the camera, but I should have a line from about my hand here down in front of or right on the tip of my toe. Okay, so now we know where to put it. We're up, we're here, and we're out. So when I load, make sure you keep your hands out there. So now that I'm loaded, I've reached my hands back and I look down. I've got good body stance. I've got a little tilt in my body, and my hands are out just right in front of my toe. We don't want to get out here. Then we got to try to bring it back. We don't want to get in here because then we get stuck inside. Okay? So try to line it up so your hands, we're here. We've got a nice angle on the bat. When we load, before we go into stride and launch, our hands are still in the same position and right outside of our toe. Now, when I'm ready to swing, I'm in launch, I can turn. I automatically got bat lag, and I'm going to hit the ball and then release out, okay? So we don't want to rush that, okay? So no matter if we try to hit one soft or we hit one hard, same thing, okay? Start with the basic mechanics. So let me put, wait, I don't need that one. We've got this one here. Better line this up this way so I'm not hitting the wall. I don't want the wife to come down, right? Keep me square. Nah, she's a good wife. Where did I put a ball? All right, let's grab a ball here. So, let's line this up. Hopefully I do good. Put this here. I'm getting in. All right. I'm ready. Even when you do practice reps, either at home or at the cage, do it the same way like you're getting ready to bat. All right, so now I'm in a good position. I feel comfortable. Okay. Nice and light. I'm going to load. First of all, my hands are starting. Are they where they need to be? Yeah, they look good. Right in front of my toe, straight down in front of that bump on my shoulder. All right, now I'm going to go into load and stride. And where are my hands? Yeah, looking good. So I'm feeling good there. Things are in alignment. I've got good alignment on my hands. So let's give it a run and see how we do. Not too bad. I was afraid I was going to hit the wall there, so I had to pull it up a little bit. Let's do one more. Move this out if we can still see it. Now, on that one, I actually got stuck inside a little bit because I was afraid of the wall. But that shows you I still hit the ball, but it would have been just a hot shot to short. We want to try to hit it up the middle if possible. All right, so I'm here. Nice, set, go. And much better. Did you see how balanced I was? We'll go over some more of those things, but that's a great way to start. Everybody should watch this. It's on my team anyway. So if you're not sure where to start, where to set up, you can come in feeling confident and knowing what you're doing. Again, this is Coach Frank. I appreciate you watching this. This will be homework number 1 for the 2022 season and batting. Take care. Play fast, play hard, and have fun.